Well, welcome. Welcome to Percents Part 3, changing percents to decimals. Now in Part 2, A and B, we learned to change decimals to percents. And we knew that you move the decimal place 2 places to the right because we're going from D to P. But we're going to do the opposite now. We're going to change percents to decimals. Now, there is a prerequisite skill that we need to understand, and I think most of you do understand, but I just want to make sure. In a whole number like 85 or 6 or any whole number, theoretically there is a decimal point and an infinite number of zeros. So 6 or 85 is really 85 and then an infinite number of zeros. And the whole number 6 is really 6 and an infinite number of zeros. But since they're whole numbers, we understand this. So we never write the decimal point. We never write the decimal point. But there is one there. We just don't write it because it's a whole number. The reason I mention that is because now in changing percents, so let's say this is 85% and this is 6%, in changing percent to decimals, we move the decimal place 2 places to the left. It's the opposite. And again, the way I remember that is I'm going from percents, which is the P, to decimals, which is the D. So if I'm going from P to D, I'm going to the left. So to change percents to decimals, we move the decimal 2 places to the left. Well, we know, and then we erase the percent sign. So we know that this is the whole number 85, and we know there is a decimal here, even though it's not written. So if we move 2 places, 1, 2, and put the decimal, 85% is equal to 85 hundredths. We move 2 places to the left because we're going from percent to decimal, and we do not write the decimal sign. We use we do not write the percent sign. I'm sorry. We use the decimal point. So 85%. Let's clean this up a little just for our explanation. 85% is equal to 85 hundredths because we move the decimal place 1, 2, and take the percent sign away. And we know that the percent sign equals the denominator 100. So 85% is 85 over 100, which is really 85 hundredths. So you see how percents and fractions and decimals are all intertwined. Let's take another example. Let's take 6%. And we want to change it to a decimal fraction. Well, we know since we're going from percent to decimal, going to the left, we have to move the decimal 2 places to the left. And we know that there is a decimal point here that's not written. So we move 2 places, 1 place, 2 place, put the decimal. Well, we have to put a 0 in here as a filler. So 6% is equal to 6 hundredths in decimal fraction. So 6% is equal to 6 hundredths. We move the decimal place 2 places, 1, 2. Put the 0 to hold it and get rid of the percent sign. All right, I'll put up a couple of problems here and we'll give you a chance to work them. Let's we're going to change these percents to decimals. Okay, so put the video or DVD on pause, work these problems in your notebook, and then put it back on and we'll see how we do. Okay, welcome back. Let's see how you did. Well, we have 15%. We want to change it to a decimal. We know we have to move 2 places to the left because we're going from percent to decimals. We know there is a decimal point here that's not written, so we'll move 2 places, 1, 2. So 15% in decimal form is 15 hundredths. Excellent. 1%. We're going to change it to a decimal. We know there is a decimal point here that's not written, and we know we have to move 2 places to the left. 1, 2. Put the decimal, we need a 0. So 1% is equal, in decimal form, is 100th. Let's clean this up. And let's work these here. I'm going to work them this way because I have more room. So 40%. I know there is a decimal point here, and I know I'm moving to the left because I'm going from percent to decimal. 1, 2, decimal there. 40% is equal to 40 hundredths. Good. 6 3/10%. 6 3/10%. Move, so we know what to do. Move the decimal 2 places to the left. 1, 2. Have to put a 0 holder in there. So 0.63. Let's clean this up so we can see what we did. Six 3/10% is equal to 63 thousandths. Excellent. Excellent. So, quick review. I'm going to review part 2 and 3. If we're changing a decimal to a percent, since we're going from D to P, we know we have to move 2 places to the right. 1, 2. So we get 45 7/10%. Move 2 places to the right when we're changing decimals to percent, and put the percent sign. If we're changing percents, if we're going from P to D, from percent to decimal, we move the decimal 2 places to the left because we're moving that way in the alphabet. So, oh, I didn't put the percent sign here. My bad. If we're changing 45 7/10, oh, yeah, I do have it there. I'm sorry. 45 7/10%, we're changing it to a decimal, 2 places, and get rid of the percent sign. So that is changing decimals to percents. Remember, D to P, we move 2 places to the right. Changing percents to decimals, P to D, 2 places to the left. Very good. Thank you very much.